And a welcome to Citi Field, New York's National League ballpark in Flushing, Queens. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Atlanta Braves and the New York Mets. The Mets look for the series sweep at home against their division rivals. First pitch is next. Justin Dunn will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
For Atlanta, second baseman, Ozzie Albies.
Here comes the first pitch. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball one. These Mets, fellas, as they take the field here today, they've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Hey, thanks, Matt. You know what, D-Roy, you got to give this team a lot of credit. They're on the outside looking in on the playoff picture, but boy, they're playing out the string and they're playing out well. They're going to play this thing all the way to the end of the season.
You know, Dan, I can't speak for the pitcher side of it, but I have never been on a team, win, lose, or draw, whether I was going to the postseason or not, that had players that gave away at bats. You just will not see it at this level.
Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1. And a little off to begin the afternoon as it's to 3-1 now.
He's only 4 pitches in, but he doesn't look too sharp to start the day off.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And, ooh, might have thought it was high, but it's a strike. 3-2 now.
We're seeing quite a few pitches up from him right now, and that can obviously be dangerous. A cold strike there, but he might need to lower his sights a little bit.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Breaks his bat as this one's popped up. Rosario waits on it, makes the play, 1 away. And now a moment to show you the lineup for Atlanta in this one. D-Row, what's your take as they look to end their losing streak?
Well, Matt, going into this, looking at both lineups, they're both hot right now and they can both swing the bats. We probably got a slugfest on our hands. What pitcher's going to make the big pitch? A big spot, execute something to get his team off the field. Otherwise, probably a team with the last at bat's going to win this one.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that pitch catches the inside corner. And set up behind the plate, Rusty Valentine, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew for this one.
Dan, Rusty Valentine behind the dish tonight. He is north-south without question, letters to knees.
Well, I tell you what, he really favors a power pitcher. If you can consistently pitch at about the chest level and above, he'll call that high strike zone. I think he's a very friendly pitcher's umpire.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Nimmo. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting third, shortstop.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. And he's looking to turn the page. The bat's been ice cold over the last 8 or so ball games. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he starts him out with one high and tight. Ball 1. Push to the right side. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right.
That's got to be frustrating right there. You execute a pitch, a nice, good pitch right there. Batter's able to get a little lucky. Stayed through it, caught it off the end of the bat. Not his best swing, but he's able to find a hole in the outfield.
Stepping in, Freddie Freeman. He enters play in the hunt for the league's home run crown, but he'll have some work to do down the stretch. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. No balls and a strike to count. Swanson is off at first with 2 away. A ball and a strike now to the Braves first baseman.
So that's 2 pitches in a row above the belt. As a hitter, that's what you're looking for, especially when it's a day game and the ball is carrying. That just wasn't a good enough pitch to hit.
Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success. No luck that time, though.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2.
He got ahead with 2 good fastballs and then tried to drop the changeup to see if he'd be out in front. Did a great job of laying off that pitch right there. Interested to see where he goes now.
The 2-2. Count remains 2-2. And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Braves strand 1. It's the Braves nothing. Mets coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Julio Teheran, the Colombian native, gets the call to start this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, in a day and age where runs are scored at an alarming rate, this guy's been pretty rock solid. Last 3 starts, ERA under 2.00. Not an easy thing to do, and you'll know if he's on early. If he's good and on point in the first inning, that usually means he's going to be rock solid throughout the rest of the game.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Guys, one of D-Rose former employers, the Braves, as they begin play here this afternoon. They came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Hey, Matty, yeah, it's been a tough series so far, D-Rose. They've lost the first 2. 2 nail-biters, 2 close games, low-scoring games. They'd like to turn that fortune around here today.
Yeah, but from a manager's perspective, Dan, all you can ask for is effort, and that's what this team's given them. They took it on the chin. First 2 games, 1-run losses. They'll bounce back today.
Tries to dump this one out to left, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So with that, the Mets have a runner aboard to get the inning underway.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
In now, Eduardo Nunez, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. His average right at .295 here to start play. 10 home runs to go along with 52 RBIs. Runner goes for second. A pitch out. The throw on a great time to pitch out as he'll be thrown out easily at second.
Well, so much for that first hit of the game. Tried to press their luck and move him up to second with the steal, but it didn't work out.
The 1-1 home. It's a fastball that misses.
As long as you actually get it inside, that 2-seam fastball running towards the hands is a really good pitch.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And a fastball, but he's losing it a bit here to 3-1 now.
Call didn't go his way on 2-1, but it's important here on 3-1 to still make a quality pitch. You have to have the mindset that you're still the one in the driver's seat.
The 3-1. Over to his left is Markakis, but this will find the seats out of play. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Pitch swung on and hit on the ground for Freeman over there at first. And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted. With a moment here in Flushing Meadows, let's meet the Mets. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Matt, I think there's some concern about Michael Conforto right now. Last month, he had less than 5 RBIs. He's one of the guys they count on to produce runs, and he's not really doing that much right now. So we'll see if the new page on the calendar helps get this guy going.
Next up from New York, Yoenis Cespedes. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First offering on its way. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. Set to deliver the 0-1. Breaking ball in for a strike. Weak chopper up the line. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Mets turned away here in the first. We'll head to the second at Citi Field. 0-0 here on the show. Stepping in for the Braves, Clint Frazier. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a knee-high fastball. Today's contest is, of course, the finale of the series, and the home side has dominated so far. They've got the opportunity to complete the sweep with a win in this one.
This team going for the sweep is looking for some home cooking. It's always nice to win a series, but particularly nice when you can sweep a series at home.
Here's the defensive alignment for the New York Metropolitans. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
And the next in is Johan Camargo. First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. First pitch of the at-bat. Missed with a slider. Lifted the other way to left center. And that will hop over the wall now as he'll be awarded second base here. It's a ground rule double.
Hey, there's a hard hit ball that was going to be down for extra bases. The ball had some spring on it, and it bounced over the wall, and the ground rule double puts him on second base without having to leg it out.
Standing in now, number 86, as he will swing and miss at a breaking pitch on the outer half. It's 0-1. From the belt, the pitch. And this one's in the dirt. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. The 1-1 home is taken for ball 2.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Now the 2-1 pitch. This is line to left. That's in there. Base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets through and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
And that'll bring up Carlos Perez as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Now a throw over to first and a dive, but he's back. And a breaking ball stays outside. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
And look out as that fastball ran in and got him. Ouch, man.
Whoa, he looks a little frustrated out there, and I don't blame him. He gives up a couple of hits early in the inning, and then he plunks this guy. He's fighting himself a little bit, so they might want to head out to the mound and try to calm him down.
Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Julio Teheran, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First pitch on its way. Fouled off. No score here as we play inning number 2. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 home. Hit the other way out toward right field. Conforto moves over. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ball game.
That's a spot right there as a pitcher where you'll trade an out for a run anytime. Bases loaded and only 1 run scores on the sacrifice fly.
Into the box, Ozzie Albies. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. So the lead runner holds on, but the trailer will take second. The 1-1 home. Misses for the second ball.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. A swing and a miss there. 2-2.
You know, this isn't a ballpark that yields a lot of runs, so when you've got a chance like this to put some early runs on the board, it becomes really important to do so.
The 2-2. Line drive to left. And that's in there. Base hit. And that'll plate their second run of the game as they take a 2-0 lead.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting his baseball back.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. Pitch out. Nothing doing. And it's fouled away. The 1-1. Slapped hard the opposite way. Base hit, and that'll get a run in. 1 run will score easily. Here's the second runner around third. Safe at the plate. And they lead now by 4.
They say when it rains, it pours, and it's pouring out there right now. Drives in 2 more with that shot, making it 4 runs in the inning. This inning is starting to get away from him.
Stepping in now, Dansby Swanson, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. Runner in scoring position with two gone. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Waiting on it is Nimmo. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. Atlanta leads it 4-0. Here's Paul Goldschmidt now. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one.
So far, this has been a very good outing for this guy. Listen, he doesn't have the best stuff, but what he needs to do, and he's doing it right now, throwing strikes early, trying to initiate a lot of contact. The more pitches that the hitters see off this guy, the better chance they have to go ahead and square something up. So he needs to continue to attack.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. It's a solo shot here for Paul Goldschmidt. Number 25 for him on the year. As they get on the board, it's 4-1 now.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, is not the end of the world.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. The windup and the 0-1. Softly hit to the left side. Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
Time for a look at the Braves on D. And let's take a look at Nick Markakis. This guy just does everything right. A coach's dream. Can go back on the ball, come get it, throw guys out at the plate, cover gap to gap as well.
Next for the Mets, Michael Conforto. Career numbers against Julio Teheran. He's just 2 for 9. He also has 1 home run. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1. Teheran has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest because he tends to eat up innings all by himself.
Matt, every team is looking for a guy like this. In a day and age where we're going to the bullpens more early and more often, you need at least 1 or 2 guys into the rotation that have the chance to get you into the 7th or 8th inning, and he's definitely one of those guys.
So 1-1. Misses, ball 2.
That's a good job right there. Very rarely see pitchers double up where they go a pitch inside. Normally they'll go back outside, but he followed that up with another pitch on the inside part of the plate.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Ahmed Rosario will be next. 1 out, nobody on. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full, 3-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And he fouls this one off. Another full count pitch home. Fouled away. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball 4.
He's going to be pretty upset with himself about that 3-2 pitch. All you want to do in that count is make a competitive pitch, but that one wasn't even sniffing the zone, and he let him get away.
And that will bring in the former top prospect, Amed Rosario. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0. Conforto, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And a fastball just a bit up. Takes this the other way to right, and that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Batting 8th, catcher, Kevin Plawecki.
And here's the catcher, Kevin Plawecki. First pitch on its way. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. And a fastball just a bit high. Fouled off. Swinging a ground ball to third, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Two and 2 to the Mets catcher. First and second now, 1 man out. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
In now, Justin Dunn, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. 2's all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
I'm no hitting expert, but you can't take a swing that's a whole lot more uglier than that one.
This one softly hit and fouled off to the left, and that moves the count to 1-2 now. 2 down, runners at first and second. And a big strikeout there as they'll leave a couple of runners on base, and after a good start to the inning, they can't capitalize any further. Mets do get 1 back, though, on the solo home run. We've played 2. It's the Braves 4 and the Mets 1. Back at Citi Field in Flushing, Queens, as we are ready for the 3rd inning in this one. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as Freddie Freeman settles in to start out the inning. First offering on its way. Ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And it's fouled away. Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2.
I think getting the leadoff man in every inning is important as a pitcher. When you're coming off an inning that you really labored through, it makes all the difference mentally.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's full count now, 3-2. And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball, ball 1.
Right back into a good hitter's count now after what was a pretty dreadful second inning. He's got to start throwing a lot more strikes. Quality strikes would help too.
The 1-0 home. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. The 1-1 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
The 2-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Into the box now, Johan Camargo. As he'll lay off a slider too low, ball 1. 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Not close. It's 2-0.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a little bit more cautiously after that double he had his first time up.
Freeman stands at first with 1 out. He's set. Here's the 2-2 down the first baseline. And this is by Goldschmidt down the line. A fair ball. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with 1 away.
You never want to beat a pitcher that breaks a guy out of a slump, but this guy was too good. You knew it was a matter of time before he started barreling baseballs. That gives him a multi-hit game, and I'm sure he's feeling good about it.
Standing in now, number 86. As he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. A base hit in his first trip. Ready with the 0-1. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
With 2 strikes and the runners at the corners, this is a big pitch coming up. Got to execute and hope to either get a strikeout or a double play ball to help you get out of this thing.
4-1's our score here in inning number 3. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 is looked at for ball 3.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Not quick enough that time, and he's lucky to get another chance. Count remains full. Line toward the alley in left center, and that'll get down out there. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Boy, he had to be sitting on a fastball, Dero, right there, because he pulls this one and gets the barrel to it to drive that runner in from third.
Yeah, Dan, you can tell he was sitting all over it. You don't get to a fastball like that without knowing it's coming. Nice piece of hit.
Into the box, Carlos Perez, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. He was plunked with a pitch in his first trip to the plate. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Popped him up. Goldschmidt on the move. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Julio Teheran. And a chance now to increase his lead if he can deliver something here with 2 gone. Looking to minimize the damage here. In there, 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the 1-1 pitch is in there for strike number 2. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And the 29th pitch of the inning is swung on and missed, and that'll finally end it. Braves get a couple of hits here in plate 1. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Braves 5 and the Mets 1. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Brandon Nimmo. He singled his last time up.
Brandon Nimmo.
First pitch of the at-bat. And that one stayed too low, apparently. And he misses again, 2-0. This is line to left. And that's in for a base hit, his second in as many trips to the plate. So an inning opening single kicks off their half of the third.
Heck of a job by the batter right there. You would have thought he bought himself a fastball, but gets an off-speed pitch, doesn't try and do too much, and drives it for a base hit.
Stepping in now, Eduardo Nunez. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Nimmo gets his lead at first, nobody out. Down the third baseline, and a diving effort there at third. Good way to bruise your ribs. How much for one of them ribs? It's a foul ball. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
1-2, here it comes. Now a fastball taken outside here as it moves it to 2-2 now.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last two were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. But they'll just get the one out here as the runner will get back safely at first.
The left fielder, number 52, Yoenis.
Stepping in, Yoenis Cespedes. First pitch coming, here it is. No balls and 1 strike. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. Cespedes behind, a ball and 2 strikes. Runners on first with 1 down. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
In a double play situation, you kind of expect most pitches to be down in the zone, hoping for a ground ball. So that was an interesting pitch selection to go up in the zone. I think he caught him off guard a little bit.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now as he sends it on the ground to first. And on to first with it is Freeman, and that'll end the inning. Mets leave 1. They're down here 5-1. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ozzie Albies as we begin the top of the 4th.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And a check swing here, but he pretty clearly broke the plane, and it's 0-2 now. And now a pitch on the way. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
That has to make you feel really good as a pitcher, right? You're making pitches all around the zone, and then you bring that one inside. You can't do anything with it. What does it do? It just locks you up inside. You have no chance to put the ball in play.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Now the 0-1. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. The windup and the 0-1. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. 5-1 our score as we play the 4th here. Way outside, nearly to the backstop. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch is a slider taken for a called strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. But one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Nunez scoops it up, throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So they go down without a whimper here. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. The Braves on top, 5-1. Digging in to try it again, Kyle Seager. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. One and one. That's 2-1. And he misses badly with a fastball here, and it's 3-1 now.
Time for him to attack on the mound. He knows this team's struggling offensively. Don't mess around and try and nibble. Just be on the attack and let them beat you.
And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Back goes Markakis. Gone into the upper tank. A solo home run here for Kyle Seager, number 14 on the season, and it's now a 5-2 game.
Well, how do you beat the shift? You hit it over the shift, of course. You can't play guys up in the sky, so he lifts this one up and out of here.
Into the box now, Michael Conforto. As he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He'll come into this one with an average way down at 235. 16 homers and 48 driven in. That misses. 2-0. Conforto, a 6'1" left-handed hitter, but throws right-handed. He was a first-round pick during the 2014 draft.
You know, I know this guy isn't the superstar everyone thought he was going to be when he was drafted in those high rounds, but he has had a solid big league career.
2 balls and a strike to count. 2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Here now the 2-2. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Conforto is retired, and there's one away. And that will bring in the former top prospect, Amed Rosario. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. First delivery to him on the way. And he'll start him with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball. 1-0. That's wide. 2-0. Two runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. 3-0 now.
Well, this next pitch is a big one. The last thing you want to do is give a free pass to a guy that can run like this. He's a real burner out there on the base paths.
Now the 3-0 offering. And he lost him here on 4 pitches. So a speed merchant is aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting, catcher, Kevin Plawecki.
And here's the catcher, Kevin Plawecki. Here's the first pitch to him. Here's a swing and a ball hit into the air to left center and shallow. Frazier has it in his sights. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. T.J. Rivera will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first. Now a throw over. Runner back safely. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Frazier going back on it, and it's gone. So a 2-run shot to left center, his first home run of the season. As they pull within 1 here, it's now a 5-4 game. Well, that was this lineup's 3rd homer of the game.
Yeah, Matt, it's always tough to score runs here at this big ballpark in Citi Field. Heck, D-Roll, they've moved the fences in a couple of different times here to make it easier for the Mets hitters.
You know, this has been such an impressive hitting performance today by this offense, considering the fact that we're in Citi Field, although aesthetically pleasing, not for an offensive ball player.
2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And you wonder about the control now as he misses high with the slider. Now the 1-1 pitch. Line shot to third, and the side is retired. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. We played 4 full. It's the Braves 5 and the Mets 4. Robert Gesellman will come on now and make his 55th appearance of the year.
Number 65, Robert Gesellman.
Now at the plate, Freddie Freeman.
First baseman number 5, Freddie Freeman.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. And the Braves have something going right away. It's a leadoff double.
Talk about starting off the inning with a bang. Goodness. When this thing left the bat, I thought it was out of here. And I think he might have too. Only made it to the warning track, but he glides into second base with a leadoff double.
Standing in now, Clint Frazier, as he'll take a look at a curveball that misses wide for ball one. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The 1-0 delivery. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball.
Do you take your chances in this situation as a hitter, knowing he's just missed outside 2 pitches in a row, and dive a little bit and try and drive something in the opposite field?
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Three balls and a strike to the Braves left fielder. Hit hard up the middle. Nunez loves it, and there's one down now.
Now batting, third baseman.
Striding in, Johan Camargo. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. He's set. Here it comes. And a fastball just below the knees, ball one. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one. And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike two. Freeman stands at third with one gone in the inning. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone. It's fair to say that early on, at least, the runs have come in bunches here this afternoon. A high-scoring affair thus far, and we're only in the fifth inning. Settling in now, number 86. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. Ball one.
Well, that's not where he wanted that curveball. It kind of backed up and stayed in. That can be effective sometimes, but it usually doesn't have the same hard bite.
Two outs here with a runner at third. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. There's a breaking ball over the outer half.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in, and they get right back outside. Nice pitch.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. In now, Eduardo Nunez. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out.
Eduardo Nunez.
First offering on its way. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball one.
Well, he's still out there to start the 5th inning, but it's been a real grind of a start for him. The pitch count is much higher than he'd like it to be, so it's hard to imagine him working really deep into this game.
High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And that one is gone. A solo shot here to left. Number 11 for him on the season, as we are all tied at 5.
Wow, there's a case of a ball up in the zone. Not the easiest pitch in the world to get underneath and drive it out of the ballpark. Good piece of hitting right there. Ball up in the zone. He didn't miss it. He destroyed it.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike one.
Don't think for 1 second, after giving up already 1 homer, that he doesn't know where this lineup's headed. He's going to have to face the real sluggers right now, and he's going to have to execute.
Now a swing and a hard hit grounder, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2. Base is empty here with nobody out. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Hey, I don't mind those pitches down below the zone trying to go for the strikeout right there. But you find yourself in a 2-2 count right here. Interested to see what he goes to.
The 2-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Frazier on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. So here's the cleanup hitter, Paul Goldschmidt. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Squared that one up just a little late. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Another one sent foul. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
These are the great matchups that happen throughout the course of a game. I don't think as a pitcher you can give in right here. He's a great hitter at the plate. He knows it. You know it. Keep executing. Maybe get him to roll something over.
Still 2-2.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making his pitcher grind for everything.
Hot shot down the line, and that's through for a hit.
Boy, talking about making a pitcher work, D-Row. 8-pitch at bat finally leads off to a base hit.
I got to be honest with you. After the 7th pitch, you start to get in auto swing mode. He could have thrown the rosin bag, and he would have took a hack at it. So hats off to him, not only battling for 8 pitches, but getting the result.
First pitch of the at-bat. Runners off for second. He swings and misses. Throw down is not close as he's in there with a stolen base.
This catcher's not known for his throwing ability, so you compound that with a big lead at first base. He had no chance to throw that runner out at second.
Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Both teams with 8 hits in this one. Now it's swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Hey, as an offense, you do your homework, you scout. He hasn't been using that pitch an awful lot. I say you just throw that out. If he's going to flip that occasionally for a strike, then so be it.
Ready on 1-2. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Long run for the center fielder. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now. Ready for another shot now. Michael Conforto. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. From the stretch. Yanked hard, but foul to the right. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Throw won't get him at first. An infield single, and it's 1st and 3rd now.
Hey, that's great hustle right there out of the box. Not everybody's getting it right out of the chute from step 1, but I have to ask you, Dan, how frustrating executing a pitch and there's an infield knock.
It is, D-Roy. You can read that right off the bat as a pitcher. You can read the angle. You know that that ball is going to be hit on the ground, and you're thinking deep down inside, okay, there's a quick out, and it just wasn't meant to be.
Fastball, and ooh, that ran in and drilled him.
Now batting.
On his way out to the mound now is the Atlanta skipper, and he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart in the 5th with the go-ahead run on base. Didn't work the required 5 for the win, but he could still be hung for the loss should that run come around to score. Kyle Wright answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a bases-loaded jam, but needs just 1 out to get out of it. Kevin Plawecki will be the first one to greet him, and he'll bat in a big spot here. Bases loaded and 2 out in the inning. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. A ball and no strikes. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Plawecki is carrying a slugging percentage under .350. Needless to say, he's not a big extra base hitter home run guy right here. Goldschmidt at 3rd, Conforto at 2nd, Rosario at 1st, 2 out in the inning. And a slider is way low, but a good job there to knock this one down. Set, and the 2-1 pitch. Shoots this one over to 1st, and that's through into right field for a base hit. 1 run is scored. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. A tag, and they get him at the plate as 1 run scores, but not the second. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the Mets 6 and the Braves 5. So striding in, Carlos Perez will try to get things started for the Braves in their half of the 6th. Now the pitch. And a strike called at the letters. Looked high to me, but it's 0-1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Wind-up and the 0-1. A bouncer up the middle. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth.
Now batting, the pitcher, Kyle
Danny Santana will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 23, Danny Santana.
And a fastball just below the knees, ball one. The average not quite where he wants it, down in the 220s. 4 home runs, 10 RBIs. That's inside. 2-0. 1 out, nobody on. Drilled to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, second baseman.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss. Missed with a breaking ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Two and 2 the count. The 2-2. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Conforto ranging back, and that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. Ozzie Albies with a solo homer, and even 20 home runs for him now thus far. As they pull even, it's 6-6 now.
Baseball has really changed. Remember when leadoff guys were guys that would just draw walks and steal bases? But that's not the case anymore. Guys like this, they have pop in their bat and they can go deep.
Now batting.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Braves able to tie things up on this home run. On to the bottom of the 6th, and we're all even now at 6-6. Aaron Blair is on now out of the bullpen as he'll make his 70th appearance so far this year. Peter Alfonso is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1. The 1-0 home is in off the plate.
You know, sometimes it takes a pitcher a few pitches to get going, but those 2 pitches weren't even close. Ball's behind in the count, 2-0. It's time to start getting locked in.
And this one's over at the knees, 2-1. Lays off the changeup, and he's ahead in the count now, 3-1.
You could pretty much book it that a fastball's coming. A challenge fastball right here. He cannot allow the 9-hole hitter to get on base with the top of the order looming.
Lifted in the air out to right. Markakis has a read on it. He's got it one away.
Center fielder, number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. First pitch on its way. Right over the middle, knee high. And so now the Braves will get both a left-hander and a right-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Drilled to the left side and into left field for a 1-out hit.
Well, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
Into the box, Eduardo Nunez. Over to his left is Markakis, but this will find the seats out of play. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
The last at bat, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Set. Here comes the 1-1. Chases one up the ladder as this is hit in the air to left field. Frazier comes on now and puts it away for the 2nd out of the inning. Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once.
You know, Madden, every team has that one guy, and Yoenis Cespedes is that guy for the Mets. Completely changes that complexion of that Mets betting order.
And again a throw, and he just manages to get his hand in. And yet another throw over. A dive, but he's back. Here's the first pitch to him. That's a strike, the throw down. And he'll be tagged out at second base. Trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. Another look at the throw down that results in a 3rd out on the bases. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Welcome back to Citi Field in Flushing. It's been a high-scoring affair thus far as we take a look at the game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Seth Lugo is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 67, Seth Lugo.
Standing in, Dansby Swanson. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First delivery to him on the way. And a curveball that started low and broke lower, ball 1. Now the 1-0 is taken below the zone for a ball.
2-0.
Three and 0 now.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
Here it comes, the 3-0. Is looked at for the first strike.
Hey, that 3-0 pitch might have been important for him right there. Regroup, get his mechanics back under him, and drive something down through the strike zone. Wouldn't throw the exact same pitch right here. Might want to cheat towards one of the corners.
The 3-1. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Man, when the game is tied, the last thing you can afford to do is walk the leadoff hitter. Got to focus on getting that ground ball now.
And now the Atlanta number 4 hitter, Freddie Freeman, 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Go ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. Up around the letters with that one for ball 2.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
Swinging a hard hit ball down the line in right. And this will be off the wall out near the 330 marker. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Stepping up to the plate, Clint Frazier. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First offering on its way. 0-1 the count. A 1 pitch on its way. Missed with a slider. The 1-1. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the go-ahead run stays at third with 1 big out on the scoreboard now.
Boy, that's the best pitch in baseball right there with 2 strikes. That elevated fastball. Every hitter thinks that, hey, they can do something with that, but most of the time, you get the result that you saw right there. A big swing and a miss, and another strikeout.
And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order. Digging in, number 86. He's looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
Set to deliver the 0-1. And all 3 runners on the move here. And the run is in to score from third. Throw to first, not in time, and the go-ahead run is across to score.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's one makes you feel really good about yourself.
And that'll bring up Carlos Perez. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Comes set, and the 0-1. And a breaking ball stays outside.
2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer. If he puts somebody else on, we'll see if he can find it.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. On the ground to the right side and through. A base hit. And now the runner from third scores to give him a very important insurance run. It's now an 8-6 game.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a one-run game where every pitch is so important. You're 1 pitch away from a solo tying the game up. That's not the case now.
Facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Williams brings a batting line of barely over 200, so there's certainly some room for improvement there.
Yeah, Matty, he's well aware of it. Runners in scoring position, that's where you need to be on your game. He's just expanded the zone entirely too much in these situations.
1-1 the count now. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here.
Got to believe the manager didn't have this in mind when he went to the bullpen. This reliever's got to step up right here. It's starting to tickle a little bit after getting hit around early.
The 2-1 home. And he fouls this one off. Still only 1 out in the inning. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3. Ozzie Albies will be next. And this is swung on and missed. A huge out there as the bases will stay loaded with 2 away now.
The batter, number 1.
Ozzie Albies will stand in yet again as we flash you back to the middle innings. This was a turning point here. A solo home run that was really one of the key at-bats of the ballgame to this point. He's set and the pitch. Tried to check it and it's 0-1. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
He's got a chance to ring up back-to-back Ks here, and that would be huge in this situation.
A neck-high fastball that time.
Those were two great executed pitches right there away from this batter. He can hurt you in a heartbeat. I don't think anything's going to leak out over the heart of the plate.
Looking to leave him loaded. Fouled away. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. And he just misses with a curveball.
He's not having his best outing in this one, and I think that curveball is part of the reason why. He couldn't get on top of that one, and that's not the first time that's happened.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. It's the Braves 8 and the Mets 6. Daniel Hudson gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Daniel Hudson.
Here's Yoenis Cespedes. No hits for him yet in the game despite his team's offensive onslaught.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A fastball down near the shoe tops. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Hard hit to first. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
And that's one of those plays that stay with you for an entire game. You want to get the first out on what appears to be a routine play, but you can't get it done. The good news, he has some time to redeem himself.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt now, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. And this winds up inside for a ball, 2-0 now. Too tight with that one. 3-0. Kyle Seager, who represents the possible go-ahead run here, waits in the on-deck circle. The 3-0 pitch. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. The 3-1 is in there for a full count now, 3-2. Goldschmidt with a swing and a ball sent out to deep left. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is fouled. The 3-2 one more time. And now there's ball 4 as this goes straight to the backstop.
Well, when you go with the slider there in a full count, you're hoping that the hitter is thinking fastball and swings through it. Didn't work out that way, though. He lays off and gets the free pass.
Your attention, please.
So they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up. Kyle Seager will be his first test out of the bullpen, and it'll be a tough test indeed as he'll face him with 2 on and nobody out here. Here comes the first pitch. A high fastball is in there. Cespedes on second. Goldschmidt on at first with nobody out. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. The 1-1. Runs a bit inside for a ball.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. This is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
Really important time for a strikeout there, guys. Tying run at first, so objective number 1 is stranding him on base. And now with 1 out, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that run.
So a crucial moment here, and standing in, Michael Conforto. But a single here could reduce the deficit to only 1. From the stretch, here's the pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. The 1-0 home. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. 1 there. On to Freeman, and they turn the double play to end the inning. So no runs on no hits. 1 error in the inning, but a man left stranded. 8th inning coming up. It's the Braves 8 and the Mets 6. The next to bat for Atlanta, Nick Markakis. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A changeup that catches the corner for strike 1. The Metropolitans entered the day looking to wrap up a big series sweep, but it's going to take some late-game heroics in order to make that a reality.
Never easy to sweep any team, but this is a close one, and there's an old saying in baseball, a bloop and a blast, and if they can stay close, get a base hit, get somebody to hit one out of the ballpark, they're not out of this one yet.
But this will be gloved out there at second as he didn't have far to go for the out.
Number 7, shortstop.
Coming to the plate now, Dansby Swanson. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. Two 2-0 the count to Dansby Swanson. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Takes this the other way to right. Oh, and this deflects right off him.
think there's any justice in the game, watch those two at bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman.
And he puts it on the ground to second.
There's one. On to Goldschmidt, a double play. Inning over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Daniel Winkler is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth.
Number 58, Daniel.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch.
Ahmed Rosario.
First pitch on its way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. The Mets find themselves losing in the late innings. What are your thoughts on this one, guys?
Yeah, Matty V, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head and you go, wow, you hit the ball all the ballpark, but still not enough offense. It just goes to show you this sport is still, D-Row, all about pitching.
It is. It begins and ends on that bump right there. And there's just so many facets to the game. Defense, base running. It's just not the team that hits the most home runs is going to win the ball game.
1-1. Fouled off. And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Hey, leading off an inning in this situation, 3 balls on you. You have to know that a solo shot's not tying this game up. You have to find a way to get on base any way possible.
Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
And here's the catcher, Kevin Plawecki. As he'll take a look at ball 1. Grounded back up the middle. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Now batting, the pitcher.
Jorge Salinas will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 27, Jorge Salinas.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Plawecki, base runner at first with 1 out. Grounder down the line at third. Camargo's got it to second for 1. On to Freeman, and they turn the double play to end the inning. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Braves 8 and the Mets 6. Jacob Rain enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th.
Rain.
Stepping into the box, Clint Frazier looking to change his fortunes here. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts so far in the game. Here's the first pitch to him. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Rain, a 6'1" right-hander. He was taken in the 6th round back in the draft of 2013.
Hey, this middle round selection is still developing, but he's doing it at the big league level, and he has a lot of time to get his tool set ironed out.
1-1 the count to Clint Frazier. Fly ball right down the line in left. After it is Cespedes. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Riding in once again, Johan Camargo. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. He's set. Here it comes. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Well, when you hear people talk about the unwritten rules of baseball, I think we just saw a perfect example of that. You hit one of mine, and I'm going to hit one of yours. Always been that way, and probably always will be, even though they've tried to crack down on that kind of stuff recently.
In now, number 86. As he'll watch a slider that stays inside for ball 1. 3 for 4 so far, and seeing it well in this ball game. Hit hard on the ground to the right. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in 2 places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found a hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch, and a guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times, somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately, not, and now you've got a couple of guys on.
Into the box now, Carlos Perez. And there's ball 1.
You got to love that as a hitter right there. It doesn't happen much, but when it does, you have to find a way to take advantage of the count.
And a double steal try here. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. Is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Two balls and 2 strikes now to the Braves catcher. He stays alive, still 2-2. Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. And they're working the outer half here, but that one's wide for ball 3.
When a pitcher's close to working through a quick inning, that's when you really need to grind out some at-bats. He's done a good job of that, and that's really big when you're hitting towards the bottom of the order.
And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
How about it? The pitcher.
Rio Ruiz will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 14, Rio Ruiz.
Low with the splitter, ball 1. Here's a swing and a ground ball for Seager down at third. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. Braves held off the scoreboard here in the 9th. Last chance coming up for the Mets. They're down 2. It's 8-6. Mike Foltynewicz takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Mike Foltynewicz.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. He'll be the one to get us going here in the bottom of inning number 9.
Hey, it's never easy scoring runs against a closer, but this lineup is setting up perfectly right now as the leadoff hitter leads off this inning.
No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away.
When your closer comes in and strikes out the first guy he faces, everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have 2 more outs to get, but retiring that leadoff guy is always huge when you're trying to shut a game down.
First pitch of the at-bat. Tough slider over the inside corner for a strike.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw on to first, and the Mets are down to their final out.
The left fielder, number 52, Yoenis Cespedes.
Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. First delivery to him on the way. There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball. 1-0. Right side, hit hard, and that is through into right field for a single. So with 2 away, Paul Goldschmidt gets a chance following the base hit.
That fires me up right there. What a clutch AB, a 2-out single to get the tying run to the plate. That's all you can ask for.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and stepping in, the power-hitting first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. The 1-0 is a fastball that catches the bottom of the strike zone. And there's a called strike 2 as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
In the dirt, and now let's see. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
And as a closer, a wild pitch is the last thing you want to do. His job was to finish this thing off, and he just made his job a lot more difficult. We'll see if he can get dialed in again here on the next pitch.
Cespedes at second with 2 down. And a full count to Paul Goldschmidt. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough pitch to lay off. Impressive that he did.
has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And he strikes him out to end it here as they were able to get the possible tying run to the plate but could not cash in.
Hey, it's hard to win games at any point, but to win games on the road, especially in this ballpark, so they are very happy with this win.
This one comes to a close today at an 8-6 final. The Atlanta Braves jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Aaron Blair wins in relief for the 8th time this year. Mike Foltynewicz wraps it up for the save, his 11th of the campaign. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com.